Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and slight trigger warning, but I'd like to welcome you to Maneater. I think it should go without saying that this is definitely not a game for kids, and even if you aren't a child, if you are faint of heart or suffer from a phobia of gore, dismemberment, sharks, deep underwater spaces, and quite honestly, the crying screams of the viciously ripped apart civilians of this insane piece of nature, well, then I suggest you turn around and walk away, because we're about to spend the next 6-ish or so hours, in this reverse horror game where we are the ones who assume the form of the massive, dangerously hungry, pissed off, bloodthirsty monster set loose to wreak havoc on these poor 8-bit souls. Wait a minute, that sounds a little familiar. Must be nothing. It's a good time, if not a repetitive one, so with that, let's get started with our favorite shark documentary, shall we?
Meanwhile, aboard the Cajun Queen, Pierre LeBlanc, known by his fellow anglers as Scaly Pete.
Daddy hunted sharks. I hunt sharks. It's in the blood. There was somebody better at this, you'd be following down, yeah? People got a lot of wrong ideas about sharks. Scientists say we gotta coexist. Now, how you gonna coexist with that shark, huh? Shark just wanna do one thing. That's kill you, eat you, and you out. What I do, I consider a sacred honor. Kill them all if I could. Too bad, ain't but 24 hours to a day.
Shark spotted in Fontic Bayou. Several deaths reported. Shark can be identified by rusty harpoon embedded in flank.
Get the f*** out of my way. Got a job to do.
And so, it begins. Ladies and gentlemen.
This is an adult bull shark. Fast, fierce, and armed quite literally to the teeth, she has little to fear here in the Gulf.
Unless we're being presented against a bunch of bounty hunters searching for a shark with a rusty harpoon embedded in it.
The muscular marvel confidently moves through its watery world.
Indeed. Thank you, Chris Parnell. I appreciate your commentary. So, this is an open world RPG where obviously we take the role of a very violent shark, and a lot of people do have their complaints about this. Most of them are definitely warranted, I would say, but I still have a good time with this game, and although the combat is extremely simplistic and the story is really dumb.
Into a thresher shark, this bull makes creative use of her powerful tail.
Oh, indeed, and I can definitely do it with more. I still think this is a good time game, and it is coming out with DLC apparently. It's not an April Fool's. They're adding more legitimate content to the game. So with that, we're out of the sewers and into the open seas. Now, as far as knifing is concerned, this can strike fear into the heart of even the boldest of souls, so...
A shark fin is a sinister reminder to humans that the ocean remains a wild and untamed domain.
Oh, indeed. And as far as the time we can spend on land is determinant on your oxygen. So let's get out of here before we start losing our health, and...
The shark wants to avoid intestinal. The bull performs an acrobatic feat worthy of an orca, cruelly imprisoned and put on display in a marine park stunt show. The big fish plunges to the ocean below.
So, this game is presented in the form of a documentary, which I think definitely adds a bit of charm.
The bull's speed is astounding for a large marine predator.
I guess uniqueness and nerve and talent, but I do think there is some fun to be had here by playing this, and some very good achievements, like very easy to get. You just have to get through the repetition of the game in order to actually, enjoy it. So breaching...
A breaching shark is a rare and calorie-intensive spectacle.
Is it now? There we go. You rarely need to do that too much, but it's basically just your lunge. Oh, also we can whip shot enemies, such as humans if need be. And we'll get into what the little symbols next to their numbers mean. Obviously, the bigger they are, the higher of a level they are. We're level 10 right now compared to these other ones. So as far as the whip shot is concerned, you rarely need to do this unless you want them to get out of your space. But there you go. we'll go and do that. It wasn't working for a second, but you can't do it to an enemy that's too small, so there you go. Get out of here. Let's do one more. There's a small boating dock there. Oh, poor Mahi Mahi. Nom nom nom. All right. How about your wife now? There we go. Right into the boat. All right, we're learning to swim here. It's nice. What next? To a unsuspecting beach, perhaps? Let's see it. Oh, also, is our log. We have a map here. We're currently in the Bay of Crawfish, but eventually we'll be making our way out and doing all this business. So over here we have the bounty hunters we're eventually going to need to kill, and this is one of the worst aspects of the game. I'm not gonna lie. We'll get into it a little bit later, but they want to hunt us, they want to do us dirty, and right now Scaly Pete, he's the man. He's the one that wants all the bad stuff to happen. So where do you want me to go right now? Way over there. One of the more annoying aspects is figuring out, you know, without going to the surface, where your next objective is, because the upper compass thing is just weird. You get so many icons up there that it's really easy to, you know, lose sight of the actual objective, and it's super annoying. But we're gonna come over here and we're going to be the terror of the bay. So eat humans, destroy boats, have a good time, have a salty protein snack while we're at it. There we go. Anything with a red arrow above it is fair game, so make sure you go ahead and consume as many of them as you can. Is that really how you're gonna describe me, man? We can also go up to a certain extent on land. We just need to be careful that we don't exude all of our oxygen, or O2 rather. And let's get a couple more back over here. So this being an RPG, we will be able to upgrade our shark to, you know, kill things in more desirable ways, but also sustain ourselves on land a little bit longer if need be. It's pretty limited, but it's fine.
It must be emphasized that this sort of targeted violence is quite unusual for a shark.
Whoops, it keeps wanting me to go up there, so I do. All right.
That shark needs a good whack on their nose. Go get him, Chad.
So we are now going to be taking on hunters. Boat combat, we can lunge at them and destroy them by jumping on them. We also will be targeted by lasers. We can avoid them by doing a barrel roll in midair or out of the water, and we can also focus threat. So these will be prioritized, but basically all you really need to worry about is just lunging on them. Come on. Oh, here we go. And destroying the boat. Okay, can you please... Unsurprisingly, the bullets don't really pose much of a threat to you, so let's just go over here, and if you can manage to do it, which I'm having a lot of trouble doing, we might just get on there and do a bunch of tail whips on it. So here, let's just do this. There we go. And obviously, as we eat, our health becomes regenerative, so that's good. Ugh. So we're evading, and if I can get on deck, we might be good. The lunge is really good, like your bite. There we go. So get caught up on there, and it's like 3 hits to take it down, or 4, or 5. Okay, well, let's just...
Leaves the shark's prey startled and confused.
I hate it. Get...
Watch you. There, you got this, Bon ami.
Oof, okay, sure. So let's go and, yeah, top ourselves off, and last one. So we are going to be needing to deal with a lot of these hunters. So there you go. There you go. All right. Stop it. Stop it. Get off the boat.
The shark.
I ain't playing no more. I catch me this shark myself. Oh, look at them teeth. Oh, she gonna make quite a mantelpiece. Got us some dinner coming, boys. Let's get her up on deck, huh?
On board the Cajun Queen, Scaly Pete looks over the catch of the day.
Yeah, this my daddy's iron, all right. But this ain't the shark. Not the one I was looking for.
How do you know?
How I know? Not big enough. This look like a mega to you? Oh, looky here. She's on for me. Hello! How your mama in there?
Whoa! But why'd you do that?
So I can identify her next time I see her. When I spear her.
The tiny pup responds with an instinct for survival.
Don't ever want to turn off that camera.
Thusly begins our adventure for real this time. So our first meal is going to be Pete's Hand, and we start off as an infant.
A famous big game hunter once posited that after an animal had tasted human flesh, it forsakes its natural prey in a deadly single-minded search for the most dangerous game.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so we're going to be finding quite a lot of collectibles out in the world, this being one of them. So all we do is bash into it.
Remember, when planning a cemetery, try to avoid high-risk coastal areas.
And you get yourself a lucky quip in return. So we got a bunch of stats out of that, and the more that we're able to get, such as, you know, minerals from turtles, protein from, you know, bigger, heftier animals, as well as fat, you'll be able to make upgrades to various aspects of your shark. And depending on, you know, some of these care packages you can also find, that could help out as well. So there we go.
Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition.
Indeed. And the bigger the enemies, obviously the more they're going to give us and the more it takes to finish them off. Eventually we will find enemies and other sea creatures that will be bigger than us and will want to eat us as well. So it's like a big old game of hungry sharks or something, you know. But we gotta go to the Photic Bayou Grotto, and those can be easily found if you can see where some of these, it always reminded me of Majora's Mask, like in the water temple, whenever you'd had to follow those air ducts. It reminds you of that because you go here, and this is where you feel safe.
Space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality.
So let's get started with a little bit of evolution, baby. So starting off with our body, we are upgraded to the tiger body should we desire. And we can also upgrade it if we had 8,000 minerals, which, you know, we're not even that close. But in general, we would be able to just passively get more fat, protein, mineral, and mutagens, which is the green one, while wearing this. And basically, you just stick to it. This game really takes care of you. And it doesn't really skimp on any of these, especially with how much you have to do everything. But you do have to go back to the grotto in order to equip and use these evolutions. So thank you for that. And now we're officially a tiger shark. It's a fun time. We have 3 organ slots. Apparently the DLC is supposed to give you a 4th, but here is where you can equip, I guess, optional things, and one of them being your advanced sonar. And the thing about the sonar, which is nice, is you can find caches and other things that'll help out. So I generally do have that equipped, but for the most part, all of this other stuff is gonna come way later. So
exhibiting behavior more common to whales and dolphins, this shark is able to use biosonar to locate potential prey.
Hell yeah. So we press B and we can see basically anything we would need to. And if we go up, then it'll show us the map. So We are going to be collecting as many of these landmarks and caches as we can, if not only to give us a good dose of score. That is where we will also eventually be able to fast travel. If you go to your grotto, then you can go to others from there. Because this is a pretty big map, and it's really unruly. But we've got musky business and we got catfish business. Let's just maybe go to one of them over here. Oh, and we also have license plates. These ones are tricky. All we have to do is jump into them, but not without our air. I cannot do anything as this child right now. Oh my god, my O2. Jeez, man. Half of this game I've spent like out of air that is just like, or out of water. It just seems so easy. All right, maybe we'll get that later because I cannot jump nearly as high as Mom. It's tragic, right? That sucked. That was bad. All right, so over here we need to kill 10 catfish. And this is going to be the first out of dozens of this type of mission where it's like, just kill this many things. Luckily they're all level 1, but we can also get hostile wildlife. So yeah, oh, and we can also wriggle them to thrash. Oh my god, there's an actual gator there. That's bad. Okay, well that's generally what makes these missions a little bit tougher, is the addition of larger predators. Eventually we'll fight boss versions of most of these. Oh my good god, are you good? Can you get out of here? These alligators, we could take them out, but it wouldn't do much. We probably wouldn't even level up with it. So just kill the catfish, get the experience, and get the hell out of here. I think because it has a blue exclamation mark, Jesus, man, it is a required quest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run down here. Jeez, it's level 10. I don't think Mom would have been able to go toe to fin with this one. All right, I don't know what happened there. We also have the muscles that we have to go for. All right, me and you just need a few more, get a little bigger so I can survive. And, go please. There are 3 alligators here. I'm not okay with this. But somehow I am definitely still not okay with this.
The overhunting of Fawtick's keystone predators has led to a superabundance of catfish, which is just fine by local bully Rosie the alligator.
Which we will be seeing a little bit of Rosie of soon enough. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. Let's see if I lunged out of the water. They put him just out of reach, so there is a sense of needing to come back after certain amounts of time in various stages of growth to get stuff. Let's see, maybe if I go back through over here, where do we need to go? Huh, okay, let's look at the map. My sonar is trash right now, and it takes so long to get back up to snuff. All right, down over here, there we go. The muscles, let's get them. Let's get some of those guys. Oh my god, the hunt. Oh geez. Well, also sometimes these enemies will fight back too. It's kind of weird. Yeah, these guys don't like to be in my mouth at all. I don't blame them, but still. All right, where is he? Is it that one right there? Get over here, me and you. So anytime you see an enemy that is quote unquote hunted, they're going to be much more difficult to take out. So luckily the muscle is not that bad, but still. Here, get over here. Your friends keep getting in the way, and they're just way too aggro, man. There we go. Come on. No, don't. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Muskelarge, or mussel, is a freshwater fish commonly found throughout the Great Lakes region, so I have no idea what it's doing here.
Yeah, neither do I, but he doesn't seem too happy to see me. Alright, no caches? Nothing? Alright, well, let's get the hell out of here. Or cache. The caches. Are you good? Can you, like, go away? I just want to figure out where to go next without looking at my map. Okay, so, ooh, there is one over here. Sweet. I will take it. Yeah, as many of these as we can grab as possible would be a good time. Thank you. Everything's a good time here.
Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam.
Yes, flotsam and jetsam. Also, this place is absolutely flooded. What is this? Mafia 3? Sarah's been playing that lately. It actually just crashed on her. Like, really bad, to the point where her, like, 30, 40 hours of gameplay is just completely ruined because there is, like, an unskippable cutscene that will not load. So that was a little unfortunate because I was the one who suggested she try the game, because I know she's into that time period and the whole Nolans thing, but man, that was really bad luck. Ooh, what is this? Another cache. Let's grab it. Let's get it so we can level up. Sometimes we can go through some of these little areas here, but other times it gets really annoying figuring out where they are.